Okay, good morning, everybody, and everyone that's joining us and watching the recording. So I just wanted to give a little overview of Moxi Balance, or what they call Agent Easy. We started using Moxi for accounting back in January. We've now rolled out the agent view, so all of you can see all of your information. So what I'm going to do is, because Moxi could not provide me with a test account, I don't have an account I can put up and play with for all of you. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to play the 6-minute video that Moxi shared with us. I'm going to pause it a few times during the video to talk specifically about what our brokerage does and what you'll be seeing. So I'm going to share that. And then if you guys have any questions after, it is pretty intuitive to use. You just need to click around it a few times. If you have any questions about it, or reports, or how you view stuff, you can always just email Lynn. So I'm going to start by sharing my screen here. All right. Can everyone see that?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
So
Carolyn, did it come from Lynn, the passwords and the username?
nope, it came from, it would have said, welcome to Moxi Balance.
Yeah, I'm looking at my past emails. I
If
see.
you can't find it, just, Lynn, can you resend Sean's as well? There you go. She's sending it to you right now.
I think I have it. I just have your first email.
Okay. Let me let Mitch in. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to play this video. It's about 6 minutes long. I'm going to pause it during the video just to talk about our company specific things. Okay.
Yes.
Moxi Balance.
Go to www.region-view.com.
So he's just started. If you see he's just going through the address at the upper corner here. When you get your login email, there'll be a link right to that website there. I'd suggest you just bookmark that link so that you can get to it easily. But that region.view-view.com is going to be your login page.
You're going to get a login screen that looks similar to this. You will put in the username that was emailed to you, and either your temporary password or your real password if you've reset your temporary password. Now, the first time logging in, you're going to get prompted to reset your password, and you'll have to log back in. That's a one-time thing, so you can set your own password. Once you've accessed or logged into Agent Easy, first thing you're going to see is your core performance dashboard. So this is going to show you a number of things. So first thing we're looking at here, if you notice, is last month versus last year. Okay.
And I'm going to pause that right there, because we started using this software in January. Through the end of this year, you're only going to see this year. So you're not going to have a this year versus last year comparison. Beginning in January of next year will be, as we're going into our 13th month with the system, you will see this year versus last year. So just keep that in mind when you log in. Now through the end of this year, you'll only be seeing this year's information, because it's a new software for us that we started using in January. There's no prior year to compare it to.
Okay, so we're looking at the last month's closed business versus the last year. And in this column, we're looking at total units. And in here is total volume, total commission. An agent dollar is something that we've worked with in brokerage that helps you kind of track your take home year over year. Down here is a timeline of that same data month by month. So the blue bar here, the dark blue, is the current month, and the light blue is the same month prior year, just going back 12 months in time. And then over here, you can choose which metric you want to look at. So if I want to look at total volume, I can look at total volume, or if I want to look at total commission, I can look at total commission and see how that compares to prior periods. So this helps you quickly see how you're performing year over year. Now down here are your little slide selectors. So if I go next, this will allow me to switch to the next slide. In this instance, what you'd be looking at is year to date, okay, versus the prior year. Same metrics, total units, volume, commission, and agent dollar, but rather than just being last month, it's the whole year to date closed as of last month. Same figures, so you can compare. And down here is an amazing way to look at your trends, because you can see how your years are comparing and stacking up. And so in this instance, we can see that this current year is underperforming, but you can also see when years change, the trend changes, and shows you how you're projecting out for year end. Similarly, you can also change the metric that you're looking at. Okay, so you can see how things are comparing units versus volume versus commission. In this next slide, we're going to be looking at the pendings, assuming that you and your brokerage are actively inputting pendings.
So I'm going to pause it right there for a minute to talk about pendings. So for our brokerage, you are going to see pending deals for anything that you're on the sell side. For buy side, you're not going to, you likely will not see it till it closes. The only way you'll see pendings if you're on the buy side is if your admin has entered that listing into the software already, which may or may not be the case. So just keep that in mind. If you're on the sell side, you will see your pendings. If you're on the buy side, you likely won't see those deals until they close reflected here.
Carolyn, is it when it hits under agreement or contingent? When will the pending trigger? Is it through MLS? Or
It's through dot loop. So when it goes under agreement in dot loop.
okay.
But if you're on the buy side, you
Right.
may not see it reflected in here.
Right.
This integrates with dot loop.
Okay.
We'll have
Oh, hold on a
a
second.
pending slide. This will
Oh, no, it's the inside. They'll see it as soon as we first deposit.
Okay, Lynn just popped in the door to say, on the list side, you will see it in here as soon as we receive the first deposit check.
Okay.
show you again, based on your actual total pending inventory, how many units, what volume, commission, and expected take home you have from those commissions. And likewise, this will show you the timeline. So the blue is showing you things that have actually closed, and the red would be showing you things that are pending. And if you have any fallen deals, those would show us a different color here. Likewise, you can change again between your different metrics. Okay. And then on the next slide, it will give you a quick list of your pending deals and the units, volume, commission, and agent dollar you would expect from each of those individual closings. And then on the last slide, closed deals. You'll be able to see all of the closed deals and how those have added up. And some brokerages may also have their listing inventory. Notice that when you hover over things, it's going to give you additional data and information to look at. Okay, so in here, I can hover over and I can get more details about any individual item. Over here, you have the ability to print this. You can print and you can print a PDF, Word, and you can export the data behind this out to Excel.
I have a question.
Covers
May I ask
your
a question, please?
dashboard.
Go ahead.
I did set up it for me. I already have a password and everything. But how do you get from one slide to another? How do I skip slides? Because if I don't want to see all this, I mean, I just want to go to the page where it gives me prints for me transactions and what I made and my commissions and etc. etc. How do I get to it right away if I don't need to see all these graphs?
Lynn, is that one of the hamburger menu features? Which report do you want to pull, Seema?
The last one, no graphs, just the one which says that what I sold, what I made, value for the property, and etc. If I don't want to see everything what was explained before, I want to get right into it.
Yep, so it's going to be, well, you haven't gotten to this part yet, but what they call the hamburger menu, that's the 3 lines in the upper left-hand corner. And you're gonna get a list of reports, and Lynn's just looking through the list to tell me which report that would be.
So it's going to be in all of them. She can see closed deals, deal breakdown, closed deal billing dates, active
Yep.
pending. All
Um,
that will show everything.
yes.
It's quite a few reports.
So when we get, in a few minutes, he's gonna get to what they call the hamburger menu on the left-hand side, and it's gonna pull up all the reports. So that's where you're gonna get those reports. So when you log in, instead of looking through all these slides, you're gonna click on the 3 lines in the upper left-hand corner, and a drop-down menu is gonna come down, and that's gonna list all the different types of reports, and you'll just click on the report you want and print it.
Okay, thank you.
And he'll get to that in a minute.
Thank you.
Stop jumping ahead, Seema.
Use the hamburger menu, depending on what we worked with your office.
And he just said, he just clicked on the hamburger menu and said that what we'll see will depend on your office. We actually have even more reports than this. We subscribed, or we gave all of you access to every single report. So I think this one has about 10. We have about 15. There's a few more. We have one called active pending closed that's not on here. We have closed deal billing details. We have some extra reports. So the first time you log in, click on that little hamburger menu on the left-hand side, and it's going to list all the different types of reports. But you'll have even a few more than what they show here.
Yeah, I see it. Thank you.
Select, you may have a variety of different reports that you can go and view and look at. Okay. One of those might be this report here, which would show you a list of your bills with the office. And you can kind of see the red ones or ones that are open, and you can expand and see the various details of that. Likewise, you might have something like a commission forecast here. Commission forecast is something that looks at your current listing inventory and your historical percentages of the average close and the average percentage you get on close. And so this just allows you to get a very statistical view of what you might take home from the listings that you currently have. You may have another report on the pending deals.
You'll have all these reports he's showing you.
Take home from those. And another one that's very common, if you have caps, you probably have access to this cap status report. If you have more than one cap, they would appear in this list. And you can select your cap and go show a report. This report, as an example, would show you all of your closed deals that are contributing to your cap, any deals that are actually in process of being paid out at the current time, and any pending deals that ultimately would contribute towards your cap. There's a variety of other reports on things that may be selected on or off. These are just samples here, depending on your office's setup and your specific needs. All of these reports, of course, can be printed or exported right from dashboard here. And that covers the core benefits of your Agent Easy dashboard and portal. Thank you very much.
All right, so that's the overview. It's pretty simple to use. Like we mentioned before, if you don't have your original login, you can reach out to Lynn and she'll send that to you. When you first log in, it will ask you to change your password. When you log in, you will have that main dashboard in front of you. It will just have this year's information. It won't have a comparison to last year. After January, you'll have 2022 and 2023. He was clicking in the bottom right-hand corner to an arrow on that dashboard page to get to the next reports. But most often when you log in, you'll be going to that hamburger menu in the upper right-hand corner and selecting these reports from the left-hand menu. And like he said, when those reports show up, you can easily press the print button if you want to print them or save them. And you'll see an additional 5 or so reports, more than what you're seeing on the left-hand menu here. Any questions on this?
Hey, Carol, I have a question. Is this going to be cumulative for the whole year of 2022?
Yes, so we
Are you
started.
loading all of our sales and expenses?
Yes, we have been using this software since January 1. So
Oh.
everything's been in there. We just waited to roll it out till we had all the information. So we had months of information and then until they got all the agent accounts set up, but everything from January 1 of this year will be in here.
So when you're on a certain split, so for example, like transaction fee, E&O, is all of that itemized on every? It will be,
Yes.
okay.
But keep in mind that brings up a good point. If you're on a team, only the team leader will see the information like E&Os and transaction fees and that type of information. Team
Mhm.
members will just see their commission. So if you're on a team, keep that in mind. The team leader will see everything. The team members will see the commissions and the same kind of information they received reported before.
Because Lynn used to give me at the end of the year, a year-end summary, so I saw all of the 95.5, the E&O transactions that I
Yep.
could give to the accountant, so this is gonna
Yep.
replace that.
That's all going to be in here now. Yep.
Right.
If you have trouble finding anything the first time, feel free to reach out to Lynn. She's very familiar with it, but I just heard her say, yes, that's all in here. You'll see that all in here now.
Okay,
Lynn is not gonna send it to us anymore, right?
She won't, if there's a report she has been sending you that you're not quite sure where to find it in here, just reach out to her and she'll show you where to find it that first time. But anything that she has been sending you, you'll be able to find in here.
Okay,
okay.
But just reach out if you're not sure where to find it.
okay.
Does that include the 1099?
There is, yes, so there's, oh yeah, it's not on this menu. Yep, the 1099 is in our menu as well.
Thank you.
I think if you go, everyone goes to the drop-down hamburger bun, they'll see the different categories.
Yep.
that
Yep.
this
We'll
individual take care of.
oh, I'm sorry. It is 210.99 in the menu, closed deals and deal breakdown. We were gonna get both of it?
Our menu has both, yes.
Okay.
One thing that's not on this menu that's on ours, I think that you'll use a lot is there's an active pending and closed deal report that's not showing on this menu that's on ours. That's probably what you'll probably be pulling the most.
Oh, okay.
When I go in it, it's already has adjustments for our company. You already have, our menu is gonna have everything what you have?
Yes, we've been using this since January. So everything that you've been receiving and reports you've been receiving from Lynn this whole year already has been coming from this system.
Okay.
We just wanted to use it for a little while before we pushed it out to the agents. So everything you've been receiving this year has all been coming from the same system.
Okay.
Anything else?
No,
All right, thank you all for joining. If you have any questions, reach out to Lynn.
thank you very much.
Thank
Have a
you.
nice
Thank
day.
you, Caroline.
Thanks, bye.
Bye-bye.